Governors right after we hear from our sponsor, EnviroCat.
When you're thinking of a new or used car, motorcycle, pickup, or RV, think of us. We make all sorts of vehicle loans. We can set you up with payments that fit your budget. So if you have getting some new wheels in mind, stop by and see us. We'll get you the right loan. Dakota Plains Federal Credit Union, federally insured by NCUA. We're big on you.
Scott Darnell with Lee Real Estate in Pierre is ready to help you find your dream home. There are 10 things you need to do to buy or sell your home. Number 1, call him at 605-220-2676, and he'll handle the other 9. As your resident realtor on a bike, he will make buying or selling your home feel like a walk in the park, not an Ironman triathlon. Find him on Facebook or email Scott at Lee Real Estate.
Number 8, Jacoby LaRoche. Caden Ahart's number 10. Number 11, Caleb Morris. Number 12, Owen Sevich is getting the start. Number 13, Tayshawn Agard. Number 16, Stephen Blanchett. For the Governors, also number 17, Lucas Height. And number 28, Alex Odekoven. So those are the starters for the Pierre Governors. That look at your starting lineup brought to you again by EnviroTech. We don't have keys to success today, but we thank Central Dakota Eye Care for sponsoring that throughout the season for all of our Governor sports. And the game officials just got here just a bit ago, so we don't have names for them, but we appreciate the South Dakota Attorney General's Office of Consumer Protection for sponsoring them and having these great officials here so we could have today's matchup. We're getting closer to that ComTech kickoff. We'll step aside for 3 minutes and be back with the start of boys varsity soccer. The Watertown Arrows taking on the Pierre Governors here on River 92.7.
Pierre.com. Lee Real Estate and Scott are proud sponsors of Central South Dakota Youth Sports and Events broadcast on Live Ticket TV.
Olson Plumbing in Pierre provides complete plumbing and drain cleaning services to commercial and residential customers. Olson Plumbing understands how the simple things in life are often the things we can't live without, and running water is the top of the list. Olson Plumbing offers 24/7 emergency services, and they can be at your location in under an hour in most cases. If you need help with your plumbing system, call Olson Plumbing 605-224-6436.
Graham Tire of Pierre is your premier hometown shop, specializing in tires to fit vehicles, from ATVs to large farm equipment and everything in between. At your tire store next door, you can find a plethora of brand name tires that range from 4 to 10 ply and much more. Our highly skilled technicians can handle brakes, heating, and air conditioning. Call us today at 224-8643 or visit us at grahamtire.com. Graham Tire is a proud sponsor of Pierre and surrounding communities' local activities.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 57,000 participants here in South Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
The weather still might be cold, but it's never too early to think about how you want to spend those upcoming summer days. Owyhee Federal Credit Union is running their recreational loan special that offers 90 days no payments and terms up to 15 years. Apply online or stop in at 221 East Pleasant Drive in Pierre and let the girls at Owyhee Federal Credit Union get you ready for those sunny days ahead.
People helping people. Owyhee Federal Credit Union.
Now's your chance for a great deal on smoking fast fiber internet from Venture Communications. Upgrade to the speed you need, up to 1 gig. And with whole home Wi-Fi included as part of your service, experience no-lag gaming, your favorite music, web surfing, HD video streaming, and connect to the latest smart devices. If you're ready for an upgrade, call or visit Venture Communications online.
At Jan Bussey Ford and Highmore, they've been building partnerships for life by treating customers right, offering a low-pressure sales process, no haggling over price, passing low overhead savings on, and providing a Ford-certified service department fixing it right the very first time. If you're looking for a new Ford, a quality pre-owned vehicle, a new or used ATV, or a trailer, stop by Jan Bussey Ford and Highmore and experience the difference.
Jan Bussey Ford, building partnerships for life.
Here in Pierre, Dave Williams, as we wrap up the Bank West Pregame show. They are announcing the starters, both teams out on the field. Watertown, led by the head coach Jesse Houck, and his associate coach, I should say, is Jaden Fletcher. While for the Pierre Governors, led by head coach Miguel Manriquez, and coaches Aaron Fable, Tyson Bramley, and Dane Hagan. So we are getting ready for the start of the match here. We're going to have our Comtech kickoff at midfield after we hear the national anthem, and we appreciate you joining us here on River 92.7. Again, the Governors 1-1-1 coming into today's match, looking to get that second victory here against the Watertown Arrows, who come in at 3-2, as they've got a couple more games that they have played thus far early on here in the season. So we're getting ready for the start of the match. We're going to hear the national anthem, so we'll step aside and we'll take a 2-minute break and be back with the Comtech kickoff here on River 92.7.
When you're in the need for high-quality replacement auto parts, look no further than Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop in Pierre. Zander's has been servicing the Pierre area for over 40 years. Their professional parts techs can get you the part you need and get you back on the road. Stop by Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop at 500 West Sioux in Pierre, or call 224-9221. Zander's, your source for domestic and foreign auto parts and accessories.
Stay in a beautiful Black Hills vacation home, the Summit on Dancing Sky near Leeds, South Dakota, in the popular Powder House Pass development. It's a modern rustic design with over 5,000 square feet, 6 bedrooms, and 5 baths for you to enjoy. You'll get gorgeous views of the Terry Peak Mountain Range. There's a community pool to enjoy, and you're close to all the attractions like Deadwood, Sturgis, Spearfish, and a whole lot more. The Summit on Dancing Sky. Visit them at dancingsky.com.
Every farm is unique, but all farmers have something in common: the desire to maximize their land and improve it for the next generation. You need a cooperative that offers peace of mind. AgTegra Cooperative is an ag partner that shares your values and is part of your community. From agronomy and grain operations to energy and feed, AgTegra will link your farm to the future. AgTegra Cooperative. Strong, stable, dependable.
Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota is serving the central South Dakota community and beyond with a great selection of used vehicles. Local trades and program vehicles are available. New Toyotas and new Fords are arriving and selling before they even hit the lot. So don't wait. Stop in and find out what's coming. If you've been thinking about ordering a new Ford, stop in and sit down with one of our sales specialists today. Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota at 518 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre. Call 605-224-7378 and visit CapitalCityFordToyota.com.
At Ringneck Energy, their mission is to produce...
And welcome back to the PILC Soccer Complex here in Pierre, as we are just about set to kick off. And the kickoff brought to you, as you heard, by Comtech. We appreciate them sponsoring our kickoff throughout the soccer season. And the Governors are going to be kicking off first, as Caden Aharts is out there, kicks it back to midfield to Blanchette, who swings it wide here to the near sideline as the Governors look to press it ahead. Both teams are going to kind of feel each other out here at the beginning of this match, and the Governors push it back. Lucas Height with the ball, moving it ahead to the far sideline, and he hooks up there with Caleb Morris. Morris, a little pressure on him, looks for some help, dumps it off, and Aharts kicks it back to the defense, and Height has it taken away off of his foot, and the Arrows now in possession of the ball. They drop back past the midfield line into their own end of the pitch, and They're going to cross it from the far sideline all the way over to the near sideline here. Jacob Sadler corrals it in, has some room to work, and sends it ahead, but it's stolen away by Aharts. Aharts up the right wing, sends it ahead, looking for Aharts. That was Blanchette that took the ball away and sent it ahead, but Aharts got a foot on it, and that one stopped easily as he took a quick shot on Owen Muller, but it really didn't get near the goal. So Muller throws it ahead for his defense to Northrup. Northrup back to Muller. Muller, he decides to kick it to the far sideline, and the Arrows just going to take their time and see what's in front of them. Into the middle of the field now for Endres. Endres looking ahead for Funes, but that one right into the feet of the Governors. They turn it away, but then turn it right back over Fisher. Riley Fisher tries to get it towards the corner, and the Governors knock it away. Now they control along the far sideline, and over the sideline it goes. Looks like it was off the Governors, so it's going to be a throw-in now for the Watertown Arrows, just inside midfield. Up ahead to Tommy Foley. He's got the ball, getting pressure on him. Sends it back, gets it right back. A couple of Governors after him, and he drops back, kicks it past the midfield stripe, looking for Jacob Sadler. Sadler up ahead to Snyder, and here come the Arrows just above the box, and they kick it to the far sideline. It's Tommy Foley. He'll settle it down, send it towards the middle of the field. Braxton Endres, pressure on him, stolen away by Caleb Morris. He hands it off to Odakoven, who works it up the field, kicked away, and the Arrows are back on the attack up ahead, looking for Riley Fisher. That one knocked away by the Governors' defense and over the sideline. So a throw-in for the Arrows. Both teams still trying to get a feel for the other here at the PILC Soccer Complex. Dave Williams along with you, Heather Williams back in studio, and Caleb Brozick on video. We appreciate all the help, and it was actually a corner kick, and that one's knocked away by the Govs defense. So another corner kick. This will be their second. The Arrows kick it towards goal. And a touch into the goal, and that was kind of an odd play, but it looked like, we'll see who it was. I didn't see the number, but it was Devin Snyder. And it looks like he got the goal to put the Watertown Arrows up 1-0. So the Govs will start off again at midfield. They are moving from your left to right. The Arrows right now from your right to your left, and the Arrows get on the scoreboard first as Devin Snyder puts one in as he touched it with his foot just inside the goalpost and past Fable in goal. The Governors with the ball. Caden Aharts works it back to Blanchette. Blanchette, some pressure on him, has the ball knocked away, not quite stolen. Now the Arrows trying to get control of the ball, but the Governors take that away as Jacoby LaRoche sends it towards the far sideline. Now Odakoven brings it ahead. He's turned away by the Arrows defense, and they are moving it up the field.
Javier, you see that? Get it off your foot.
As Mason Anderson sends it ahead and drops back, looking for some help. The Arrows looking to push it ahead, in a trip on the far side of the field on the Governors. So the ball will go back to the Arrows. If you're just joining us, off of a corner kick, the Arrows snuck one inside the goalpost to take a 1-0 lead. And that one boomed towards the goal, and Fable jumps up, he grabs it and hauls that one in away from a pair of Arrows coming into the box as they came crashing in. Fable, he'll just roll it off to his right to Northrup. Northrup's got some room up ahead to Agard. Agard, a little pressure, gives it to LaRoche. He's got to drop back, look towards the middle of the field for Blanchette, looking to get it back to LaRoche, and that is off the Governors over the sideline. So it's a turnover as the Arrows will have a throw-in. Riley Fisher with the ball for the Arrows. He drops back across the mid-stripe, and Devin Snyder sends it ahead. The Governors turn it right back around. battle for the ball at midfield. It's bouncing around between the Arrows and the Govs. Nobody can get a good handle on it as the Arrows finally move it ahead into Governor territory. Here comes Jacob Sadler with it. Sadler tries to get through a couple of Governors. That one is no good as he's turned away. Caleb Morris gets a foot on it and sends it over the sideline. So another throw-in coming up here for the Arrows. We hold a 1-0 lead here at the PILC soccer complex. The Arrows, as they get the throw-in, Wallenmeyers has got a strong foot on it, sent it right back out of bounds. And that's going to be a throw-in now for the Govs. Northrop doing the duties, throws it in, but headed right out of bounds by Caleb Morris, so a turnover right back to the Arrows. They spend a good number of this half in the Governor end of the field, and the throw in off the foot of Danny Funes, but touched by one of the Governors, so the Arrows can continue to control the ball. Endres sends it across the box right onto the foot of Mason Anderson, but it was a little too strong. He couldn't quite control it over the far sideline out of bounds, so the Governors catch a break there as they were trying to get something set up, looking for that second goal. So Fable sets it up at the corner of the box, like he's just going to boot it ahead. Looking around to see what he has. He sends it up towards the mid-stripe right to one of the Arrows as Endres was right there, and they continue to control. As Riley Fisher has the ball. Looks towards the far sideline, a wide open spot in the field. That ball grabbed by Endres and sent towards the center of the box, and just kind of bounces through a group of Govs and Arrows. The Governors get back on defense. It's Weston Northrop who gets to the ball first, sends it over the end line, but they are going to say it was actually off of one of the Arrows. Looks like it might have been Jacob Sadler who touched it after Northrop got his foot on it. So again, the Governors going to kick from the box. Fable setting things up. The Arrows have done a good job clamping down on the Governors so far here in the first half, leading 1-0 up ahead. Blanchette has the ball, looking for some help. Up to LaRoche, across the mid-stripe, back to Blanchette. Heading towards the right side of the box, a nice long leading pass, but a little too far as Agard couldn't catch up to it. The Arrows, though, send it over the sideline, and it's going to be a throw-in for the Governors. LaRoche tosses it in, gets the ball right back, looking for some help near the top of the box. Blanchette has it knocked off of his foot, and the Arrows moving it ahead. Endres over the midfield stripe. The Governors trying to cut that one off, but Riley Fisher passes it over to Funes. His leading pass turned away, but grabbed right back by Tommy Foley of the Arrows. Looking for Funes. He will drop it back to Jacob Sadler. Sadler presses it ahead. Turned away, though, by Stephen Blanchette. Knocks it out of bounds, and it's going to be a throw-in for the Arrows. Arrows toss it in down towards the box, and Weston Northrop intercepts that. Lets it go out of bounds, and he did a good job of blocking Danny Funes from that toss-in. As Caden Morris comes in for the Govs for Tayshawn Agard. So Morris will find his way towards the far side of the field. Kick by Fable towards the far sideline up ahead, headed forward. And looking for Morris with that, but the Arrows get their foot on it, take it away for a moment now. Caden Morris has it again for the Govs, brings it across midfield into Arrow territory. Up ahead to Aharts. Aharts turns, spins, gets away from some of the Arrows, sends it to the far sideline, looking for Allegre, but that one a little too far. Touched last by the Arrows. Yes, last touch by the Arrows. A throw in for the Govs. Throw in goes to Morris. Morris, some pressure on him, the Arrows. Looking to take it away, but he gets it right back. Morris looks ahead to the far sideline, drops it off to LaRoche. LaRoche double teamed the ball, knocked away the Arrows for the moment, have it. Looking to turn it across midfield. Riley Fisher does. He boots it ahead. Fable's going to come way out and boots that one back across mid-stripe, but there are the Arrows. Tommy Foley in the way and turns it right back ahead. And here come the Arrows, sending it down towards the box. A long shot, but easily handled by Fable. And he's just going to hang on to it, let his team work their way down the field. As the Governors trail 1-0, the Arrows scoring on a corner kick. The second opportunity, it was touched in just inside the goalpost. Devin Snyder with that first goal for the Arrows. The lone goal thus far. The Arrows looking to push it ahead further into the Governor zone, but the Governor defense with their hands full. Stephen Blanchette finally decides to send it back to his goalkeeper. Fable is just going to kick it to the far sideline where there's less white jerseys over there. Allegre brings it ahead across the midfield stripe, stops, looks for some help as he's got 3 white jerseys around him. Sends it back across the midfield stripe. The Governors looking to get things set back up. Looking to go cross field with that, but that one is stolen by Funes. And the Arrows have the ball back into Governor territory. Endress making a move, but taken away by the Governors and sent ahead across the mid-stripe high in the air in a battle for the ball in the Arrow zone. And it's Caden Aharts that has it, looking for a little bit of help. Allegre on his right near the far sideline, gives it back to Aharts. Aharts goes a little further downfield, sends it in the middle of the box. It's headed up and headed close towards the goal. It was a quick double header there, and just a little high and wide of the goal over the end line. So the ball going back to the Arrows as they get ready to kick it off. They are going to have some substitutions. Skylar Stanton and Patrick Bednarzik coming in for the Arrows. Danny Funes will get a breather, as will Mason Anderson. The Governors trailing 1-0 to the Arrows here at the PILC Soccer Complex. Dave Williams along with you, and a long kick here to the near sideline to Stanton, but the Governors pressuring. They had to drop it back, and Stanton gets it back and hands it off to Jacob Stadler. He'll bring it across the midfield stripe, but the Governors intercept his long outlet pass. As LaRoche works it up the middle, gets it to Blanchette. Blanchette sends it deep down to Aharts. That one knocked away by Devin Snyder for the Arrows. The ball up for grabs on the far sideline, right near the midfield stripe, back into Governor territory. The Govs have it there as Blanchette works it across the field and up ahead, looking for LaRoche, but a little too far. Aharts was able to get there. None of his teammates around. A nice move to get the ball ahead, but the Arrows controlling it right now in their own zone and sent up ahead to Devin Snyder, the goal scorer, and that pass a little too far for him, and it worked his way towards and over the sideline, so the Govs get a throw in and quickly into Owen Savage. And Savage sends it ahead into the middle of the field, working towards the far sideline now, knock it over to Allegre. Allegre controlling it, that one works a little closer to midfield with Caden Morris, and that one's taken away. Blanchette, or that's Morris with the ball now. Gets some help, drops it back. Weston Northrup sends it ahead. And he's got Caleb Morris here on the near sideline across the midfield stripe. A couple of Arrows pressuring him, so he drops it back. And then they give it to Blanchette. Blanchette just inside the midfield stripe. Pressure on him, but Northrup pushes it ahead. Back to Blanchette as he works the sideline. 3 Governors around the ball, unable to take it away, though, from Skylar Stanton. Stanton gives it off to Sadler now. Devin Snyder sends it cross field, and the Governors intercept. Allegre has the ball, looking to work a little deeper into the Arrow end of the field. Sends it back towards the midfield stripe. Caleb Morris with it. Passes to his right near the near sideline. Northrup up ahead for Morris. Morris into the corner as he's got Caleb down there. Caleb shoots up over the goalkeeper. Great placement, and the Governors score and tie this one up at 1 apiece. Caleb Morris with a beautiful shot, and we are tied up at 1. We'll be back with the Arrows kickoff. You're listening to Governors Soccer. More action from the pitch here in 30 seconds in River 92.7. Welcome back to the PILC Soccer Complex where the Govs and the Watertown Arrows tied up at 1 apiece. The Governors pressuring again, and Muller has to jump on that one real quick as it looked like Agard was right down there at the top of the box. It was Caleb Morris, a nice, beautiful arcing shot that just kind of worked its way towards the back corner of the net over Muller, who made a diving attempt, thought he had a B line on it, but it was just a little deeper than he thought, and that tied things up right now. As we are 24 minutes away from halftime. The Arrows with the ball, then they work it down deep into Governor territory, but the Govs defense turns it away. Ball loose, and diving for it was Caleb Morris, trying to send it towards the sideline, but the Governors control. Right now, Jacoby LaRoche has it. He drops it back to Fable in goal, and we'll kind of survey things. He's got a little pressure by Skylar Stanton, so Fable kicks it ahead to Alegre on the far sideline, just outside the circle. And LaRoche booms it ahead and across field. A nice crossing pass to Caleb Morris. Caleb looking to lead on a pass, but that one, nobody there yet for the Govs. The ball knocked away, but Stephen Blanchette picks up the loose ball. Down into the corner for Caleb Morris. Caleb takes his shot towards goal. It ended up going not on goal, out into the box. And the Governors control. Alegre has it right now, looking for some help, and he's got Lucas Height with the ball. Lucas pressured by a couple of Arrows, so he drops it back to the midfield stripe. His defense there for him. Alegre with it. He's pressured. Gives it up to Caden Morris. Caden in the middle for LaRoche. LaRoche passes it ahead to Alegre on the right, on the far left wing. Alegre, a couple of Arrows there, so he's looking to send it into the middle of the field. He was looking for Caleb Morris, but that one knocked away by the Arrows. Up across midfield with it is Stanton. Pressure on him, so he drops it back, looking for some help. A big leading pass up ahead for Bednarzik. He passes it off to Riley Fisher, who's taken down just outside the Govs penalty box. That means the Arrows are going to have the ball and a good opportunity right here. It is going to be a penalty kick for the Arrows. Riley Fisher will be taking that, so Haley Fable getting set up in goal. Got to stay on the line until Riley makes his move. Everybody's set. And there's the whistle. Riley takes the shot high up over the left side of the goal, so no goal on the penalty opportunity. And that's the way Fable was going. He guessed the right direction. Riley Fisher for the Arrows gets under it and lifts it way too high over the left corner of the goal. We are still tied at 1 apiece here between the Govs and the Watertown Arrows. Fable has the ball on the ground, corner of the box in front of him, so he's just going to go ahead and kick it from there over to the near sideline up ahead and finds Caleb Morris. Caleb drops it back to Weston Northrop. A little pressure here from the Arrows as they're looking to steal that one away. And they do. It's Braxton Endres who takes it away. The Govs defense, though, standing strong. Lucas Height takes it away. Up ahead to Morris. Morris going to bring it across midfield, gives it back to Height. Height just runs it out of bounds, kind of lost control of the ball and tried to catch up to it. So the Arrows get the ball back, thrown into Devin Snyder. He and Sadler play a little back and forth with the ball. Snyder getting pressure as the Arrows finally get it across midfield, but the Governors intercept the long outlet there and bring it across midfield as Blanchette works his way around the on-field official. He drop it back and looking to work it ahead now, but that one's taken away. Another turnover as the Arrows get it back. Braxton Endress, he's going to race it ahead. Looks for some help, and he has Danny Funes, but that one turned away, and the Govs have the ball along the far sideline. A little crash along sideline. Odekoven and an arrow. It was off of Watertown, so Odekoven is going to do the throw-in duties here. Tosses it into Blanchette. Right back to Odekoven. The Arrows, though, get in the way and take it away. Send it all the way down to Fable. Fable has it go over his head, but thankfully over the end line and not into the goal. He lost track, just kind of misjudged that one. And so that's going to result in a corner for the Watertown Arrows, and that's how they scored their first goal. There's a corner on the far side. This is going to be their third corner kick. This one here in the left corner. And it looks like Coach Hauk wants to talk things over with his Arrows. So we will take a break as well. You are listening to Governors Soccer, tied up at 1 apiece between Watertown and Pierre. It's soccer here, boys varsity on River 92.7. Back in 30 seconds.
Renewable energy that adds value to grain and livestock production, enhances the income of their investor partners, and provide a safe, rewarding work environment. Located at 901 Redwood Avenue in Oneida, South Dakota. Call 605-945-6900 or check ringneckenergy.com. A proud supporter of local schools and wishes all students the best of luck in all their activities during the school year, creating economic opportunities in our community.
When you expect more, you expect more. When you expect more, Dakota Prairie Bank, providing great service right from the start. It's our promise to you that sets us apart. With every handshake and a smile, we go that extra mile. When you expect more, you expect more. When you expect more, Dakota Prairie Bank.
Dimmick Cheese has been making handmade artisan cheese for over 90 years and has over 25 flavors of cheese. Stop by the store for sampling of all the cheeses. The store also offers several South Dakota-made products. And at the store, find Remedy Brewing on tap. Dimmick Cheese offers gift boxes, and fundraisers are available. To find out more, go to the website, dimmickdairy.com, or call 605-928-3833. And don't forget to check your local grocery store for their premium cheeses and cheese spreads. Dimmick Cheese.
What if we said a bank isn't a place to lock up money? It's a place to set it free. What if the point of banking wasn't to bank at all, but to put your ideas to work? What if your bank asked, what if, a little more? Well, what if we told you we do? We're American Bank and Trust, where what if meets why not? If you're ready to change what you get out of banking, start a relationship with us. What if you made the move today?
If you are shopping for equipment, Grossenberg Implement is where you need to look. With 9 locations in South Dakota, Nebraska, and Wyoming, Grossenberg has a huge selection of planters, windrowers, tractors, combines, mowers, even gators. Everyone at Grossenberg Implement hopes you have a great Labor Day, and if you need your Grossenberg fix, it'll have to be online. Grossenberg.com. Doors are closed. They're taking the day off too. Happy Labor Day from the staff at Grossenberg Implement.
Fourth corner kick coming up for the Watertown Arrows, but the Governors defended that well. They had, as I said, Norfolk here in the near goal post, and everybody else kind of watching the Arrows in the box, and they're going to do that again. Northrop just switches goal posts. Ready for this corner kick. It is up in front of the goal. This one is headed by Snyder, but it went behind him for the Arrows in a race to the ball. The Governors, Blanchette there trying to control it, battling with Danny Funes. Funes takes it away, sends it towards the goal, but right off the shins of Weston Northrop. So again,
be there.
Another corner kick opportunity here for the Arrows, their 5th of the match. This one kicked toward goal, kicked away by the Govs, but again right over the end line.
Good job, girls!
And that was Odekoven who got his foot on that, so right back to the corner. Go the Arrows. Setting up the corner kick again, sent towards the box, knocked away. Snyder gets a hand on it. Oh goodness, and it was sent towards goal. Christensen for the Arrows got his foot on it. Fable had to dive and knock that one away and was able to as it was headed towards the goal. So over the end line, and again another corner kick. The Arrows trying to cash in. This one sent towards the box, headed away by the Govs. Right now the ball bouncing around as Tommy Foley got his head on that, sent it back to Wallenmeyer. My apologies there. Wallenmeyer sends it towards the far sideline, looking for Riley Fisher. Fisher battling with the Govs, and it's taken away as the Govs come streaking up the field in a push from behind. That was going to be on Riley Fisher. So the Govs will keep the ball. As it looked like it was Caden Morris who went flying on that one. Govs send it ahead up to Blanchette. Blanchette, he's at midfield looking for some help. Drops it back. Northrup with it. Northrup going through a couple of Arrows over towards the sideline for Caleb Morris. He'll send it ahead. He's got Odekoven. Gives it up to Blanchette. Blanchette tries to thread the needle between a couple of Arrows. Gets rid of the ball up ahead as LaRoche came rolling in and got tripped up just above the box. And that's called on the Arrows, so it's going to stay Gov's ball. Good job by LaRoche to use that aggressiveness just right on the edge to keep control of the ball and draw that foul. So he's going to be just atop of that circle above the box. A wall in front of him of Arrows. See what he decides to do with it. Is he going to try for the goal? Is he going to send it in towards the goal for one of his teammates? He sends it towards the goal. Shot knocked away by Muller. The ball loose here near the sideline, the near sideline. Sent down into the corner. The Govs trying to control it. LaRoche with the ball again. Over towards the middle for Caden Morris. Morris drops it back. Now Weston Northrup with the ball near midfield. Sends it towards the far sideline, looking for and hooks up with Alex Odekoven. Odekoven drops it off for LaRoche. LaRoche back towards the midfield stripe. Gets it to Savage up ahead to Caden Morris. Looking towards the far sideline, or the near sideline. That one taken away and knocked away by Skylar Stanton. The Arrows working across the field and up ahead across the midfield stripe. The Governors, though, there to pounce on it and take it away. Sent towards the near sideline, but nobody there for the Governors. So here come the Arrows into Governor territory. Stanton up ahead for Sadler. Sadler catches up to it. Down goes Caden Morris as he was trying to defend. That one sent towards goal and knocked away by the Governors and out of bounds.
A-Hearts. 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 Fight for the ball.
And another
Anything near you.
corner kick opportunity. It's going to be the 8th so far here in the first half for Watertown. The Govs still no corner kick opportunities. They send it towards the top of the box. The ball loose. Kicked high and way over the Governor goal. Skylar Stanton got underneath it and just goated it towards the goal, but not even close. So the Govs get the ball back. Fable has it at the top of the box. Let's everybody kind of work their way downfield to see where he wants to go with it. He's just going to tap it towards the far sideline onto the foot of Caden Morris. Morris up ahead towards the near side, far sideline, and that one, nobody there for either team, and it rolls all the way over the sidelines. The Arrows have themselves a throw-in on the far side of the field. Tossed in, up ahead, looking for Braxton Endress, but that one's a little too far. The Govs Goes over the end line, but looks like the Govs touched it last, so a quick little corner kick, but they just tap it in, the Arrows do, so that's their 9th. And they send it towards goal, and not even close, way wide left of the Governor goal. So Fable gets set up again. Ready to boot this ahead, see if he can get something going. The Governors tied with the Watertown Arrows 1-1. The Governors scored the last goal, a beautiful one by Caden Morris. The Govs towards the middle of the field, across the midfield stripe into the Arrow territory. Taken away, though, as Devin Snyder picks up the loose ball up ahead to Christensen. Sends it forward. Fable, he'll come out and grab it just inside the top of the box. Just enough room for him to actually get down and grab it. Sends it ahead, but the Govs lose the ball to the Arrows. Riley Fisher with it, makes a nice move. Comes in towards goal, and an easy one as he just deked out Fable. Looked like he was going left. Hit it, just tapped it to the right into the corner of the goal. So Devin Snyder adds his 2nd of the ball game, and the Arrows now lead 2-1 here at the PILC Soccer Complex. We'll be back in 30 seconds. You're listening to Governor Soccer here on River 92.7.
Enough.
Welcome back to the PILC Soccer Complex, where the Watertown Arrows just struck Devin Snyder. His 2nd goal of the game gives his Arrows a 2-1 lead here in the first half. The Governors just outside of the circle, ready to boot it ahead, and they do, looking for Blanchett. He heads it ahead of him, and then Morris settles it down. Got a couple of Arrows near him, but he gets it out to LaRoche on the near sideline. That would boot it away. Back there is Northrop for the Governors to settle it back ahead for Blanchett. Blanchett over to the right sideline, and a boot there by Jacoby LaRoche across the field to Odekoven. He'll track it down, some pressure on him. He'll turn it back, look for a little room, try to get away from those white jerseys, and it's knocked away by Tommy Foley over the sideline. So a Govs throw in, quick toss, and Blanchett sends it ahead and gets it to Aharts. Aharts up to Height. Height has it taken away. He's taken down. It looked like that was Alex Christensen that hauled Height down. So we are going to have a penalty kick on this end of the field for the Governors. The Arrows unable to cash in on theirs. Riley Fisher went high over the goal, and it looks like actually Stephen Blanchett, he is going to be, was the one that was hauled down. He's going to take the penalty kick for the Govs. Everybody set up. Owen Muller in goal for the Arrows, and a shot, scores! Stephen Blanchett cashes in on the penalty shot for the Govs to tie this one up. He totally fooled Owen Muller. Muller dove to his right, or to his left, and the ball tucked into the left corner by Stephen Blanchett. So great job there, deking out the goalie and tying this one up. So the Arrows ready to kick off at midfield. Time winding down here on the first half. We are a little over 10 minutes away from halftime, tied up at 2 apiece between the Arrows and the Govs. Both teams battling hard for this one. The Arrows with the kickoff send it ahead, looking for Mason Anderson on that pass on the near sideline here, but out of his reach. And the Govs with the throw in. Northrop will toss it ahead up to Caden Aharts. He gets by one player, gets a little help. Blanchett sends it ahead for him. Taken away by Devin Snyder, who trips up, and Aharts with the ball, working his way towards the goal. Sends it in the middle, shot, scores! Jacoby LaRoche. Great crossing pass right in front of the goal. Muller couldn't do a thing about it. 3-2 in favor of the Pierre Governors. Caden Ahart's a great setup there. Was working his way towards the goal, so Muller had to pay attention to him. While LaRoche kind of snuck in right in front of the goal, and a beautiful pass. The Govs able to cash in and take the lead for the first time this afternoon. Kickoff by the Arrows. Riley controlling it, sends it towards the far sideline. He's got Rommel over there, and Rommel sends it ahead too far, and the Govs tap it back to Fable. He comes sliding up and grabs it. A little more energized there for the Govs on that play, with the Arrows trying to push towards goal. They turn them away. Snyder with the ball for the Arrows in his own zone, taken away by Caden Morris. Morris will send it down into the corner to Caleb Morris. Caleb chases it down, sends it off of the back, actually, of Jacob Sadler. Gets it back, sends it towards goal. Headed away by the Arrows. Ball bouncing around, chased down by Endres, and he can't quite control it as both teams a little back and forth just inside the circle, and sent way ahead for the Arrows. Looking for Mason Anderson. He's battling with Northrup. Northrup gets the inside track, takes the ball away, turns it upfield. He's got plenty of green grass in front of him. He'll send it ahead, but give it right to Noah Wallenmeyer, who gives it right back away. And Northrup chased it down for a minute, couldn't hang on to it as he was trying to get to Ahart's. Battle for the ball along the near sideline here. Finally settled by the Arrows. Snyder crosses it towards the middle of the field, and the Governors trying to take it away, but right now Parker Meek has it for the Arrows. Sent ahead by Snyder. Nobody there. He sent it way, way wide, and Fable's just going to let it go over the end line and just go back for the kick. The Govs trailed 2-1 after Devin Snyder scored his second goal, but they have come back, scored on the penalty kick as Stephen Blanchette converted that, and then came right back with another goal. Jacoby LaRoche, a nice pass from Ahart's, and they lead 3-2 as we are deep into the first half, getting close to halftime. The Governors control off the kickoff. Sent up ahead for Ahart's along the near sideline. The Arrows turn it around, streaking up the sideline as Sadler with the ball gets past Northrup, who wipes out and beats another defender. Now chasing it down is Blanchette. He's just going to kick it over the sideline. Let his team kind of catch their breath and get back into position, as Sadler was just rocketing down the near sideline here. So a throw in for the Arrows. Snyder getting a breather for Watertown. Ball tossed in to Jacob Sadler, drops it back to Gavin Keever. Keever sent it towards the far sideline. The Govs, Allegre steals that one away. He's got a couple of his teammates trying to get it up ahead for Ahart's. Ahart's, he's got it, just has to beat the goal. He gets past him, tripped up, but the ball finds its way into the goal. What did the officials say? And it looks like, yes, indeed, it is a goal for the Governors. Kind of a crazy series of events on that one. All Ahart's had to do was beat the goalie. He got it past him, then was tripped up, and it just kind of trickled its way inside the left goal post. The Govs now lead 4-2 here late in the first half. The Arrows working it down towards the Governor goal as Braxton Endress has it, but knocked away by the Govs over the sideline. So the Arrows will still control the ball. They'll have a toss, throw in from the sideline, tossed in to Riley Fisher. That one's sent out of bounds. So they're going to redo. A little mix-up on the throw-in, so they're going to reset the clock here. Or add to the stoppage time, not sure, but the Arrows, they're going to redo that throw-in. So Endress is going to toss it in. Looking for somebody. Sends it down to Mason Anderson towards the near sideline. Northrup battling with him. He gets tripped up in that battle. And the Govs will have the ball. The Arrows dropping back the Governors. Northrup with the ball near the corner. Going to going to kick it ahead the near sideline all the way up, trying to find Aharts, but it makes its way back to him. Then that's knocked away as he was surrounded by arrows. The ball kind of bouncing around just inside the Governor's zone. And Lucas Height finally sends it up ahead, looking for Allegre. He's got him. Allegre looking to set something up, cross field. The Arrows get their foot on that one. They're going to send it across to the near sideline. Braxton Endress up ahead. He's got Riley Fisher. Fisher will drop back across the mid-stripe. Being pressured there by the Govs. The Arrows still controlling, looking to work it back across into Governor territory. They do. Braxton Endress a little further, looking ahead for Tommy Foley. Foley gets a shot off and gets right past Fable. He only had to beat Fable, and the Arrows score and draw within one goal. It's 4-3 now. Pierce still in the lead. That was a long outlet pass to Foley, and he just, like I said, had to beat Fable, and he was right on the doorstep, and he just found enough daylight to put that one in the back of the goal. So a tight one here at the PILC Soccer Complex. The Governors with a 4-3 lead. Kick it off, and with it now is Caden Morris. He'll drop it back to Northrop up ahead. The Governors control here on the near sideline across midfield. Back to Morris. He has it taken away as he was double teamed. Medinger sends it up ahead on the far sideline looking for Tommy Foley. Foley's got the ball. Pressure on him by the Governor's defense. He'll drop it back. Looking for Fisher. Fisher still controlling. Looks for some daylight. Drops it back. Gets the pass right back. He'll turn and send it towards the box. Headed away by Northrop for the Govs. That loose ball grabbed by Agard over towards the sideline. But over the sideline before the Govs can catch up, so it's going to be a throw-in for Watertown. It's going to be tossed in, this time by Braxton Endress. Got some players to his left and his right. See where he goes with it. He's going to go towards Anderson to his left, right back to Endress. And that was close. It looked like that was a handball, but not called. Wallenmeyer has it right back to Endress. Endress sends it crossfield, looking ahead for Foley. Foley can't control. The Govs take it away. Here comes Blanchette up across midfield, sends it ahead to the right sideline. Right back towards the middle for Agard, but that one intercepted and sent ahead by the Arrows. They will push it ahead. Riley Fisher with the ball battle as he takes out not Northrop. Northrop's back there, but one of the Govs run over by Riley Fisher just outside the circle, and he will be attended to. So as he is, we will step aside for 30 seconds. You're listening to Governors Soccer. They lead 4-3 over the Watertown Arrows here on River 92.7.
Titan Machine.
Back at the PILC Soccer Complex, there was Owen Sievich that got run over, so he is going to go take a breather, and now the trainer will take a look at him. Caleb Morris coming back in that position. The Governors with the ball on the far side of the field. Allegre battling and taken away as he was double teamed, and Foley will turn it upfield looking for Riley Fisher, who was the one that did the running over of Sievich. Off of his foot over the sideline. Governors get the throw in quickly, tossed in to Lucas Height. Height's going to send it up towards midfield. Nobody there for the Governors, though. Snyder looking to send it ahead, but that one taken away by Allegre. He's going to hang on to the ball, send it towards the middle of the field. The Governors controlling, battling along the near sideline. Dropping it back too far for Northrop. He has to turn around. He's going to be pressured by Anderson. Northrop making a move, sending it ahead and just missing the camera. Caleb almost took one right there in the noggin, but out of bounds on the Governors. Heads up, Caleb. And it's going to be a throw-in for the Arrows. Tossed in to Jacob Sadler. Works it back towards midfield as the Governors pressure taken away. The Govs, they've got it up across midfield. Working it towards the middle for LaRoche, who has a goal in this game, right back. Looking for Agard, and Agard turned away. The Arrows have it at midfield right now. Working ahead, Riley couldn't get his foot on it. The Govs have it right now, and down goes Caden Morris. Had a little help down there, but the Arrows take the ball away as he falls, and just inside their zone with it is Schlott. Schlott tries to work it ahead. He does. Up to Tommy Foley, but off of him and out of bounds. So right over the sideline, a throw in for the Govs. Not too far away from midfield. Toss into Caden Morris. He'll send it back. And it's sent deep ahead, looking for Agard. Agard and Muller in a race for the ball. Muller gets there first for the Arrows, just inside the box. He'll toss it towards the far sideline for Endres. Endres works it ahead, but the Governors steal it. Here they come. Agard with it, sends it back, and it's booted away. Caden Morris will track it down for the Govs. Makes a nice move. Drops it back to Northrop. Northrop surveying and seeing what he's got. Height with it. Down into the corner, but right onto the foot of Jacob Sadler. He just boots it high. The Govs try to send it back ahead with a header, but it just goes backwards and bouncing around at midfield. Finally, Allegre settles it down, races ahead with it for the Governors towards the goal. At the top of the box, sends it down low, makes a nice move. His shot, score! Javier Allegre puts the Govs up 5-3. Made a great move to track down the ball, get in towards the box. His first shot was blocked, got it back and just powered it into the upper right corner of the goal over a diving Muller. So the Govs have a 2-goal lead once again. The Arrows send it down deep off the kickoff, headed away by Height and over the sideline. Allegre tried to catch up to it there, but was unable to do that, and that is the halftime whistle. So there we go. Yeah, the Govs fell behind early, but boy, did they come back. It's been a seesaw battle, but they go into halftime with a 2-goal lead here from the PILC Soccer Complex. We've got our Wealth Partners Ameriprise Financial Halftime Show coming up. We'll recap the scoring and tell you what happened, and that's coming up for you right here on River 92.7. 3 minutes. We'll be back with our halftime show on River 92.7.
Machinery is your go-to Case IH agricultural equipment dealer. Your Highmore, Miller, and Pierre locations have a large selection of new and used ag equipment with access to one of the largest parts and whole goods inventories in the country. Titan Machinery prides itself in providing quality Case IH parts, service, and support to Highmore, Miller, Pierre, and the surrounding communities. Stop by Titan Machinery of Highmore, Miller, and Pierre today. Power and precision to grow.
Even empty backfield out of the gun. Setting in the pocket. Firing for the end zone. Williams, touchdown! What a throw and what a catch! Even empty back.
The Fieldhouse in Pierre is your premier spot to watch all the sports, from your local Govs and Lady Govs, as well as Buffs and Lady Buffs, all the way up to your favorite big league teams. Kick back and relax with a pizza, nachos, burgers, or one of our air-fried appetizers. Wash down the food with your pick from our array of premium beverages. Between the action, be sure to check out the unique and plentiful memorabilia throughout the building. We can't wait for you to come in and watch the games with us broadcast on liveticket.tv. The Fieldhouse in Pierre.
The Corner Station Convenience Store and the Crossing Pub are both conveniently located on Pleasant Drive in Pierre, South Dakota. At the Corner Station, grab your favorite hot and cold beverages and snacks while filling your vehicle up with Cenex brand gasoline. The Corner Station also features a super tunnel car wash to keep your vehicle sparkling clean. At the Crossing, grab a cold beverage and check out their selection of appetizers while watching the Stanley County Buffaloes and Pierre Governors live on their big screen televisions. Best of luck to all area students from the Corner Station and the Crossing.
DRG Media Group Sports is the official voice of the Pierre Governors.
Keenels wants to run again, and he's got room. 40, 30, foot race to the 10, 5, and a touchdown. Pierre will come back and set up Avery Kaiser on the outside left through the block, and that's down.
The official voice of the Pierre Governors, River 92.7, and also at the River 92.7 page of the DRG News app, brought to you by Golden Buffalo and DRGnews.com.
Riverview RV Park overlooks Lake Sharp on the Missouri River. They have all the amenities from full hookups, laundry, showers, dog park, play area, and free Wi-Fi. There's no need to drive across the country. When here in central South Dakota, you can find some of the best fishing and the most spectacular sunrises and sunsets. Call us today at 605-280-6266 or reserve your next camping spot online at briggsrvpark.com. Make Riverview RV Park your home away from home experience.
John. ILC Soccer Complex. It is the Wealth Partners Ameriprise Financial halftime show. And plenty to talk about. Goodness, a 5-3 lead for the Pierre Governors. They fell behind early on a corner kick opportunity, back-to-back opportunities, in fact, for the Arrows. They cashed in on that second one as Devin Snyder tipped it in just inside the near goal post as Fable was diving towards it, and Snyder got their first lead 1-0 Arrows early on, and it stayed that way for a little while until Caleb Morris in the near corner took a nice high arcing shot, perfectly placed over top of a diving Owen Muller in goal for the Arrows, and that tied it up at 1 apiece. But it wasn't long after Devin Snyder strikes again, just deked the shorts right off of Fable. They were right, just the two of them, and he made Fable think he was going left. He just tapped it to the right into the empty portion of the goal. That made it 2-1. But then the Governors kind of took over from there. Stephen Blanchette got taken down. A penalty was awarded, got himself a penalty kick, cashed in on that, completely fooled Muller. Muller dived left. Well, Blanchette put it in the, he dove to the right of the goal to Muller's left, and then, Blanchette just easily pokes it into the corner to make it 2-2. And quickly, the Governors struck again. A great pass from Caden Aharts. He was closing in on the goal, drew Muller's attention. He had to commit to Aharts, and a nice pass over to Jacoby LaRoche, put it in the goal. That made it 3-2, and then it was Caden Aharts scoring on a weird play. He was headed towards the goal, just had to beat Muller. He did, but got tripped up at the same time, somehow able to get his foot on it, and it just dribbled its way into the left corner of the goal, made it 4-2 in favor of the Govs. But then the Arrows struck back. Tommy Foley with a nice play, a long outlet pass, and just beat Fable. Fable was diving to his right, and it was just under his hands. Couldn't get his hand on it, made it 4-3. But then it was Javier Alegre. He got a nice long outlet pass, chased it down, worked his way towards the top of the box, took a shot that was blocked, but then was able to get his own rebound and punch it in to the upper right corner, giving the Govs a 5-3 lead. And that's where we are here at halftime. Both teams talking things over. Coach Jesse Houck with Watertown going over things with his Arrows, while Miguel Manriquez and the rest of the coaching staff talking to the Govs. They had a really good first half. It started out kind of tilted towards the Governor's zone. They spent a lot of time down there. The Arrows were controlling. They ended up with 9 corner kicks just in the first half, so none so far for the Govs. So there is your Wealth Partners Ameriprise Financial halftime show. We will be back with the second half. The ComTech second half kickoff is coming up in 3 minutes. You're listening to Governor Soccer here on the official home for Governor Sports, River 92.7.
Hoffman Electric is your neighborhood electrical service contractor, and so much more. No job is too big or too small for our team of professionals. We pride ourselves on keeping up with new technologies, such as Aerial, an augmented reality visual tool used to customize and experience a finished space before breaking ground. So whether you're building new or renovating a home, farm, or commercial space, let John Hoffman Electric light the way. John Hoffman is a proud sponsor of all local activities broadcast on Live Ticket TV.
Briggs Trucking and Construction in Fort Pierre provides quality freight transportation services, cargo hauling, excavation, and demolition services. They also specialize in dirt and gravel work for everything from commercial work to new construction. Briggs Trucking and Construction will haul everything from light poles to farm and agricultural supplies. The bigger the job or the bigger the load, the better, as that is where their expertise really shines. Contact Briggs Trucking and Construction at 605-280-2848 or email them at cbriggs25@pi.midco.net to visit about your next project.
Your first car. It might not have been perfect, but that didn't matter. You loved it because you worked hard for it. You took care of it, and it took care of you, your friends, and maybe that someone special. And through it all, we were there working with you, for you, to make sure it was a smooth ride. Farmers Union Insurance. More choices, great rates, local agents. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today.
Wow, Bill, you're walking so much better. What did you do?
Well, I got so tired of the pain and nearly fell. And one of my friends recommended physical therapy at Winter Physical Therapy. And you know what? My back also stopped hurting.
Huh. So how did you get started?
My doctor wrote me a referral, but that's not always needed. Turns out you always have a choice where you want to go.
So why did you choose Winter Physical Therapy?
I love to support our locally owned small businesses, and quite frankly, they give great personalized care.
Winter Physical Therapy. Exceptional care.
For over
Danny, close to Danny. Back. Tighter. Good idea. Danny, tighter, Danny, tighter. Communicate. I got talks. Danny, slide. Guys, I don't need
Welcome back to the PILC Soccer Complex. The second half underway. The second half kickoff brought to you by ComTech as the Arrows work their way down a little bit towards the goal, but then turned away by the Govs. They are inside the midfield stripe, and they've got the ball getting ready to kick it off towards the goal. Well, not a kickoff, but they're going to kick it towards goal, so everybody kind of down towards the Watertown end of things. Sent down and headed away. Connor Schlock for the Arrows. Out towards midfield as Mason Anderson sends it ahead, but Lucas Height gets the loose ball, sent it to Blanchette. Over to Morris. Morris tripped up, tries to do a little army crawl towards the ball, and the Arrows able to get a hold of that and send it towards the near sideline. Riley Fisher being pressured by Allegre. Pressured off the ball. Allegre takes it away, but it goes over the sideline, so it's going to be an Arrow throw-in. The Govs with a 5-3 lead. As at the end of the first half, they started to really take over and dominate on offense. We'll see if they can continue that here in the second half. Out of bounds off of the Govs. Could be tossed in by Anderson for the Arrows into Riley. Riley, pressure on him. Anderson gets the loose ball for the Arrows. 3 Govs around him. Allegre kicks it away, but right to Wallenmeyer for the Arrows. He will send it towards the middle of the field. They'll work it around towards the mid part of the field. Endress sends it down low. Fable comes out, and charging him was Anderson. He kicks it up and out of bounds over the end line. So a break there for the Govs. Fable looks like he's holding his head a little bit. I don't know if he got clipped. Looks like he's okay, though. He's going to talk to the referee, checking on him, making sure he's okay. Looks like he is. So the Govs, they're going to control the ball. His height boots it across midfield, looking ahead for Aharts, but it was knocked away by the Arrows. The ball loose just inside the Govs side of the midfield stripe, but the Arrows, they'll work it back into their territory. Pressure there by LaRoche. LaRoche looking to send it ahead. And that one just booted away. He was trying to connect with Aharts, who was streaking alongside with him there towards the Arrow goal, but the Arrows, they're going to boot it away. The first corner kick of the game for the Govs. Going to be here in the near corner. Back in is Caleb Morris for the Govs. Odakoven headed to the bench to take a little bit of a breather. In the corner for the Govs is LaRoche. He will kick it towards the goal. Handled by Muller. Has to do a double save there as he kind of scooped it up in the air and then grabbed it out. And Muller is going to throw it ahead for Anderson. That one taken away by Allegre, who taps it up ahead to LaRoche. Gets it back. Looking to get it back to LaRoche. That one taken away by the Arrows. Now Caden Morris chasing it down. Sent further back, all the way back to Fable. He is going to boot it ahead, but right to Anderson for the Arrows. Pressure on him by Blanchette, so he dumps it off to Endress. Endress on the left side of the box. Now Stanton with it, battling with the Govs. The defense trying to clamp down, and they do. A push from behind on Braxton Endress. So the Govs will get the ball. Everybody kind of dropping back as Jacoby LaRoche, or no, Northrup is going to take that one to the near sideline here to Allegre, wide open. He's got some green grass. He'll try to hook up with Blanchette, but that one's stolen away, and Allegre had to race after it, and the Arrows still controlling just inside the Gov zone. Northrup heads it towards the end line, and that's where it's going to go. And another corner kick coming up for the Arrows, their 10th of the game. First here in the second half. They had 9 corner kick opportunities, and they did cash in on one in the first half, but came up short on the others. This kick up and in towards the goal goes all the way across through some headers there, attempted headers, and Allegre tracks it down on the near sideline. He runs it up looking for some help from Aharts. A little too strong off of Aharts' foot. Tommy Foley working it up the sideline. A couple of Govs on him, including Caden Morris. He drops it back, but the ball off the chest of Connor Schlock. He's met by Allegre, and Allegre couldn't take it away. Still a battle. Now LaRoche has it crossed into Arrow territory. He sends it ahead for Aharts. Aharts racing after it. So is Devin Snyder, and Snyder gets there first. He's going to kick it away up the sideline, past everybody. Midfield picked up by Tommy Foley up ahead. That one knocked away by the Govs. Back towards the midfield stripe. Blanchette has it taken away. Aharts will battle for it with Stanton. He's taken down. No call there. The Govs kick it away across the midfield stripe. Caleb Morris up the right wing on the far sideline with it. Turns around, battling with a couple of Arrows. Drops it back as Northrup is there. He's going to send it ahead, looking for Aharts, knocked away by the Arrows. They control it on the near sideline, back into the middle of the field for Foley. He'll give it to Connor Schlacht. He'll take his time bringing it up to midfield. Pressure on him, so he has to pick it up. Gets it across the midfield stripe, sends it down low, knocked away by the Govs. Bouncing around and touched by Mason Anderson. I don't know how that wasn't a handball. It was up on his shoulder. But they let that one go, but it's out of bounds off of the Arrows. And Allegre looks like he came up limping. He's going to have to come off. And he'll get looked at by the trainer. Throw in for the Govs. Controlled by Tommy Foley. Foley takes a shot up and over the Govs goal as he was pressured there by Savage on defense. So it's going to be a kick here for the Govs. They send it ahead the far sideline, intercepted by the Arrows. Ball bouncing around loose. Somebody's trying to control it finally. Caden Morris does. Sends it ahead for the Govs over midfield. Up ahead trying to connect with Aharts, but a little too strong on the pass, and Muller comes out and he's going to boot it for the Arrows towards midfield. Knocked down by Blanchette. The Governors controlling it. Height has it just inside his midfield stripe. Sends it up ahead, looking to connect with LaRoche. LaRoche able to catch up to it, sends it over to Caleb Morris. Morris up ahead in the middle of the field, just above the goal mouth of the Arrows, but knocked away by the defense. There's Mason Anderson. He's being pressured. He gets it to the middle of the field, taken away by Caden Morris. Up ahead to LaRoche. LaRoche looking for a little help, calming it, settling it. Gives it to Blanchette. Blanchette back towards the midfield stripe for Northrup. Northrup gets it back from Savage. Back over, looking towards the near sideline. Hooks up with his teammate. Passed off, looking for Caden Morris, but he was running. The pass went backwards. The Arrows turn it upfield. The Govs trying to shut that down. And a big boot by the Govs deep into Arrow territory as Aharts trying to chase it down, but Muller comes out and kicks it away, and just inside the near sideline. It keeps the Arrows keep it in, but the Governors take it away. Caden Morris with it now. Still on the far side of the field, looking for his teammate, but over the sideline led him a little too far. And a turnover by the Govs. Coming in is Christensen and Bednarzik. For Watertown, Mason Anderson will head to the bench, get a breather, so will Noah Wallenmeyer. It's going to be a throw-in on the far side for the Arrows. Govs still leading 5-3 here at the PILC Soccer Complex. Dave Williams along with you. Heather Williams back at Studio Central. Caleb Brozick handling the video portion of things. You can watch this as well on the River 92.7 page. Just go to drgnews.com. We'll have the girls match following the conclusion and postgame show of this one. The Governors control. Midfield is booted right back by the Arrows. Ball just kind of bouncing around. Nobody really controlling it. A shove to the ground. No call, though, as Riley Fisher controls the ball for the Arrows. He's taken down by Northrup. Gets back to the ball, and another collision. Lots of bodies flying right now on both sides, and finally a whistle. And it looks like the Arrows will have the ball off of this one as Danny Funes gets ready to check back in the next opportunity. So will Tayshawn Agard for the Govs. The Arrows getting directed over there as they get ready for the kick. Going to send it towards the box. Hard to see as we've got some players standing on the sideline, finally knocked away by the Govs as the Arrows were pressuring there. Fable able to knock it away, and the Govs defense steps up and knocks it down, and we are in Arrow territory. A throw in for the Govs and a battle along the sideline. Governors control for the moment. LaRoche has it, gets it back, looks for some help. Caden Morris has it, drops it back to to Blanchette. They'll go back across the midfield stripe to try to get this set up all the way back to Fable. Fable will kick it towards the midfield stripe. Blanchette gets it off of the loose ball from the Arrows, who had intercepted it for a moment. Aharts trying to battle for it. The Arrows controlling their zone. LaRoche pressuring too. And finally, back across midfield by the Arrows. Booted right back, though, by the Govs all the way down towards the corner. Muller will come out, and he'll have to handle this one with his feet as he's out of the box. Sends it up ahead for Tommy Foley. Foley gets by one defender and looks for a little help as Fisher taken down by Blanchette. And it's going to stay with the Arrows right near midfield. Devin Snyder got 2 goals on the game for the Arrows, the first 2 of their goals. He's going to handle the kick. Sends it all the way down towards the box, but a little to the left. The wind kind of caught that in the air and blew it away from the goal by quite a ways and over the end line. So substitutions come in. Tayshawn Agard for the Govs. Danny Funes for the Arrows. Back on the field, Fable ready to go, just waiting for the go-ahead from the referees, and he's got that. So he's going to boot it towards midfield on the far sideline, looking for Aharts, but that one blocked and turned away over the sideline. That was Riley Fisher over there, or Devin Snyder over there for the Arrows to knock it out of bounds. The Govs on the throw-in, back across the midfield stripe. Keenan Morris makes a nice move. He keeps the ball up ahead to LaRoche. LaRoche sees he's got Agard on his left, but he has a little bit of pressure. Sends it back to the right to Aharts. Aharts, he works his way back, looking for a little bit of room. Sent ahead by the defense to LaRoche. LaRoche tries to get it up ahead to Aharts. Nice pass, a little too strong off of the foot of Aharts. Arrows knock it away for the moment. The Govs get it right back up ahead to LaRoche. He tries to settle, drops it off for Northrup. Northrup with a boot, a little too strong, up and over the Arrow goal. There's going to be a goal kick coming up for the Arrows. Right idea by Northrup, just got a little too much leg on that one. He was trying to put it up and over inside the crossbar. Muller kicks it over to Schlott. Schlott will work it up ahead to Christensen. They boot it ahead now to the midfield stripe, knocked away by the Govs back downfield into the Arrow end of the field. And the Arrows pick up the loose ball, work it up ahead on the far sideline. That's Schlott. He's working his way down and up to Stanton. That one knocked away by the Governors over the end line. Another corner kick coming up here for the Watertown Arrows. That is going to be their 11th corner kick as Alex Odakoven standing by, ready to check in at the next opportunity. Corner kick taken towards the goal, headed and away, not even on goal. Braxton Endress got his head on it, but it was wide of the goal. So a goal kick coming up for the Govs. Odakoven checks in. Caden Aharts getting a chance to catch his breath as the Governors holding on to that 5-3 lead here at the PILC Soccer Complex as Fable gets it over to Morris, who boots it ahead. It's at the midfield stripe, bouncing around. The Arrows kick it down towards the Governor end of the field. LaRoche trying to battle for it. In there, mixing it up too, is Caleb Morris. Finally somewhat settled by the Govs on the far sideline. Northrup up ahead finds his teammate, and that one though taken away as George takes it away for Watertown, but quickly turns it right back over. The Govs have the ball again, and as they get towards midfield, turn it over to Watertown, and a tangle up between Stanton and Odakoven on the far sideline results in a throw-in coming up for the Arrows, as it was off Odakoven last, the officials say. Nope, they're going to give them a direct kick. So a little bit of a tie up there, and the kick towards the goal, up, headed, bouncing around, and knocked away by Caden Morris towards the far sideline. Arrows control right now. Funes with the ball being pressured by Northrop. Battle into the corner, knocked around, and it's still in the field of play, finally knocked out by the Arrows. So it's going to be a throw in for the Govs up ahead for Caleb Morris. He's got a little bit of room. Up ahead now to Caden. Caden, he's got the ball, tries to drop it back off to Caleb. 3 white jerseys around him. They boot it back, looking for some help. Blanchette going to send it towards the near sideline here, and there is Agar to get that ball up ahead towards Morris. Caleb has it. Pressure on him. Works the sideline back.
Danny. Attaboy, Danny. Go on, Danny.
And it's knocked away. Danny Funes has it for the Arrows. Working his way towards the goal. Crosses in the box, but nobody there but the Pierre Governors. So a break for them as Fable picks up the loose ball as Riley Fisher gets ready to check back in for the Arrows. Up ahead, looking for LaRoche. A little too far, touched by Agard. He's knocked down. The Arrows controlling right now. Across the midfield stripe, high in the air, headed right back across the stripe, and nobody but Govs there, and a whistle as they're going to get Agard. I guess for a push. See what the call is. And that is indeed the call, as the Arrows will have the ball just inside the midfield stripe near the sideline closest to us. They're going to bring it back right inside midfield. Booted back and brought across the midfield stripe by Endres. Endres makes a nice move. Down he goes. Again, Agard getting a little physical, knocking him down, and draws the whistle. So the Arrows a little further into the Gov zone. And plenty of substitutions coming up. That one kicked down towards goal, a little wide by Andres, and the Govs turn it up, head up the far sideline with it. Here comes Otakov, tries to get past one more defender, and he just can't do it. Loses control of the ball and over the sideline and out of bounds. Got Riley Fisher coming back, Mason Anderson, Noah Wallmeyer, and also Devin Snyder. And looks like we've got a timeout, a Coca-Cola bottling timeout. As they talk things over on the sidelines, we will be back. Grab yourself a Coke, and we'll be back with more soccer action in 60 seconds here on River 92.7.
For 130 years, Bank West has earned long-term customer relationships by continually adapting to current customer needs while never losing touch with its South Dakota roots. With all our branches and our corporate offices firmly rooted in South Dakota, you can count on Bank West for solutions and service backed by hometown values. We've been there, and we'll be there. Bank West. Convenient, connected, committed. Learn more at bankwest-sd.bank. Member FDIC.
Have all of your painting supplies at the Paint Store in Pierre. They mix paint and they color match paint. They carry interior and exterior stains. Great selection of paint. Find it at 1006 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre. The Paint Store, 605-224-8312, 224-8312. The Paint Store is a proud supporter of the Stanley County Buffaloes and the Pierre Governors in sports and activities. The Paint Store, same great paint, same great services.
Enjoy this matchup. At the end of the game, of course, we will have our family dental up here at Gettysburg post-game show. We'll talk about and pick a big play of the game, that being brought to you by Herman Wilbur.
With our new online
player of the game, brought to you by Cowboy Country Stores, and then we'll get right to the Bank West pregame show for the girls match against the Arrows. The girls, of course, coming in 3-0 so far, off to a great start. Can they keep that train rolling? Well, we will find out a little bit later. Here in the boys matchup, the Governors with a 5-3 lead here in the second half of play, as it's been all the scoring so far still has been in the first half. And looking for the first goal of the second half. Are we going to see one? Maybe, maybe not. We'll just have to wait and see an extended timeout here for the two teams as Coach Houck drawing up some plays for his Arrows, and Coach Manriquez and Coach Fable, they're all along with Coach Brambley and Hagan, all talking things over. They've been doing a good job of defending. The Arrows, they have been pushing this second half, trailing by 2 goals. They've got to get something and get the ball rolling there, literally, and into the goal. But so far, the Governors' defense has been pretty stout. They've tightened things up. It's been a good matchup so far. Again, the Govs 1-1 coming into this matchup, looking for that second victory of the season, as the Arrows are 3-2. As they finally, they won their first 2, lost 2 in a row, and then they got back on the winning track against Rapid City Central with a 2-0 shutout. So both of these teams looking for those important wins early on in the season as they make their way back to the field. We are getting ready to get things rolling once again. The Arrows will have the ball, trailing 5-3 so far here in this match. A great game out on the pitch thus far. The second half has been a good one, back and forth. Both teams looking to add to their tally, but nobody has gotten over the goal line just yet. The Arrows have the ball on the far sideline. The throw in for them, tossed into Griffin Keever. Works it over to Rommel, and he's going to send it back to the goalie. Pressuring is Allegre. He's got a goal in this game for the Govs. Taking away the outlet pass, stolen by Caleb Morris. Sends it down low and wide right of the goal. I think he thought somebody was going to be breaking towards goal. Unfortunately, nobody was. So that just rolls over the end line. A goal kick here for the Arrows. Tommy Foley checks back in for the Arrows as Patrick Bednarczyk headed to the bench. Sure, we will see him a little later. Owen Muller kicks it off for the Arrows. Here on the near sideline, Funes has it, sends it back towards the middle of the field, but that one's stolen away by Caden Morris. Pressure on him. He's still battling as he goes to the ground and comes up with it, gets tripped up again, and a whistle this time. That one's going to be against Tommy Foley, who draws a yellow card for that, and a little bit of chit-chat with the official after the play. So he is going to head to the bench, and in comes Braxton Enders, probably a little earlier than the plan was. Foley not happy at all as he sends a water bottle flying as he goes to the bench. Blanchett will take the kick, sends it towards goal. Save made by Muller. Had to trap it on the ground. A diving play to the left. Saves the goal and keeps it just a 2-goal lead. He'll boot it away towards midfield. Headed by Fisher into the Governors zone. The Governors trying to take this one away. They do send it up ahead to LaRoche. LaRoche a little too strong on his turn with that, and the Arrows turn him away. Endres up ahead looking for Funes. Nice pass there. Pressured by Allegre. Takes it away. Sent ahead by Morris right to the Arrows. Back to Funes. Funes across midfield. He gets a little shove there by Allegre, and the refs are going to be quick on the whistle, I think, from here on out with the pushing and shoving. So the Arrows will have the ball as Rommel will take the kick. Everybody gets set up, waits for the okay, gets it, sends it towards goal. A high one right into the hands of Fable. Easy play for him, and he's just going to wait for everybody to clear on out before he does anything. And he just roll it out to his left to Odekoven. Odekoven up ahead is looking for Allegre, but Allegre just not quite ready for that and didn't break towards the ball. So the Arrows back across midfield into the Gov zone as Rommel has it, sends it towards goal. A one-hopper into the hands of Fable. Nice save there. Up ahead to Caleb Morris. He'll send it back to his defense as Blanchett getting some pressure there by Fisher. He'll boot it towards the far sideline and out of bounds. So it's going to be a throw-in for the Watertown Arrows. Connor Schlock comes back in for the Arrows. Allegre is going to get a little breather and out of the eye of the officials on the bench. Also coming off for the Arrows is Jacob Sadler. So a throw in for the Arrows up ahead to Endres. Sent away by the Govs along the sideline. A battle for it there. In the mix is LaRoche looking for it for the Govs. He comes away with it. He has got Caleb Morris along with him. He's going to keep it himself. Passes it over now to Morris. Morris, he's going to take a shot, but that one high and to the left over the end line. So goal kick coming up here for Watertown. The Govs were again on the move. We've got about 16 minutes left here in the match. The Arrows across midfield with it turned away by the Govs up ahead to Aharts. Aharts had some help sent ahead now further looking for Morris, but a little too far. Or LaRoche down the sideline. Muller will come way out to get that one pressured. Gets it just inside the box where he could pick it up, and Jacoby LaRoche right there trying to sneak that one away from him. Unable to do that. The Arrows move it ahead. Riley Fisher gets it across the midfield stripe. Looked for his teammate, but the Govs turn it around. Give it right back, though, as Endres has it for the Arrows. Dumps it off to Wallenmeyer. He looks for some room. Moves it ahead. The Arrows control a trip there. I think that was more of an inadvertent as down went Savage, too, at the same time as they were both after the ball, but he's going to get called for that one. And the Arrows are going to have the ball here, getting set for the kick. So a good scrum in front of the goal. Fable ready, not anybody deep for him. So the Arrows ready to take the kick. They've got a number of players, 4 of them back there near the ball, so they're going to maybe try to do some sort of a little tricky play. They move the wall back of Govs. Officials get them set. Again, 4 Arrows back by the ball, and yep, they do a little 1, 2, 3 fake. The 4th player, he takes it, and that was Endres, and he takes the kick and finds the upper left corner of the goal to make it 5-4. The trick play, I don't know that it was that tricky. They knew what was coming, but Fable just couldn't get to it in the upper corner. A nice placement there by Braxton Endres on the goal. Again, they pulled to within 1, 5-4. The Govs still lead the kickoff after the goal. Back to Morris. Morris over to Northrup. Northrup, some pressure on him, loses the ball, chasing it towards the sideline, and Northrup was the last one to touch it. As Riley Fisher was all over him, he tosses it in to Endres, who just scored for Watertown. They control, looking for the equalizer as they are in the Govs zone. Down goes Wallenmeyer, and a call on the Govs for that. As I said, they're going to be after that yellow card for Tommy Foley. They are going to be quick to the whistle, and they have been. Trying to keep this one under control. A deep, deep shot, and it hits the top of the goal. And it's no good. It's going to be a goal kick for the Governors. Couldn't quite make out as it was on the far side of the field who took that one. It may have been Sadler. I'm not 100%, but yeah, that was a deep kick. So goal kick here as Fable sends it away. Odakoven going after, tries for the header, as was LaRoche, and the Arrows, they will control the ball, send it across the midfield stripe into Gov territory. Endres with it, battling against some Govs. 3 of them crashing in. That one sent into the far corner, or the near corner here, to Stanton, a little too strong. He couldn't catch up to it. Out of bounds on the Arrows. So a break there. The Govs are going to get a throw in as Allegre is ready to check in on the next opportunity for the Govs. Not only him, but also Tayshawn Agard. Controlled right now by the Arrows in the Governor end of play. Riley Fisher with the ball, looking to get past a couple of Govs. The ball taken away and knocked out of bounds by, looked like Morris. So a throw in for the Arrows. Tossed in, knocked away by the Govs, right back out of bounds. So it's still going to stay with the Arrows. Rommel's going to toss it in and does, down to Riley. Riley in the near corner, battling against the Govs as he tried to send it towards the goal, right off of Pierre and out of bounds. So another throw in, deep in Governor's territory. Towards the goal, bouncing around, and the Govs knock it away for a moment, and up ahead is Aharts. Looking ahead for LaRoche. LaRoche, one guy to beat, headed towards the goal. He's battling with Snyder. Snyder takes him out. No call, and LaRoche is down as he got taken out real hard there by Devin Schneider. A tough play. That's about all Snyder could do, but boy, did LaRoche go down in a heap. The ball over the end line, and he's having a hard time trying to get up on his own. They're calling for the trainer and the officials calling a timeout. We will take one as well. It's a Coca-Cola bottling timeout as they attend to Jacoby LaRoche. Hopefully he's okay. We'll find out more as we step aside for 30 seconds. You're listening to Pierre Governors Soccer here on River 92.7.
Loan application. You can go to our website and apply for a loan when it's most convenient for you. We make getting loan approval fast and easy. Our local lenders are available to assist you if you have any questions. We make it pain-free to get that loan you've been wanting. We're an equal housing lender. Oahe Federal Credit Union, your hometown credit union since 1955. Federally insured by NCUA.
What if we said a bank isn't a place to lock up money? It's a place to set it free. If you're ready to change what you get out of banking, start a relationship with us. American Bank and Trust.
One way American Bank and Trust enjoys giving back to the Pierre community is through our Spirit Card program. These cards are a great way to give back to our schools and show hometown pride. Call or stop in today to get your own Spirit Card. Go Governors!
Your first car. It might not have been perfect, but that didn't matter. You loved it because you worked hard for it. You took care of it, and it took care of you, your friends, and maybe that someone special. And through it all, we were there working with you, for you, to make sure it was a smooth ride. Farmers Union Insurance. More choices, great rates, local agents. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today.
Dakota Antler is the biggest antler buyer in And welcome back to the PILC Soccer Complex. As the good news is that Jacoby LaRoche is up, walking on his own power. Took a little while for him to get up and going, but boy, did he go down in a heap on that one. Corner kick here for the Govs. Aharts takes it towards goal, bouncing around, headed, they missed, but the Govs kick it away, and chasing after it is Weston Northrup. He gets to it along the far sideline, sends it back in towards goal. A shot tipped away by Muller, headed by Aharts, keeps it in, trying to make something happen, and up and over him, and Muller has to grab that little kick that went over the end line, so they quickly get it out over the midfield stripe. The Govs send it right back into Watertown territory. They would like to get this back to a 2-goal lead, leading 5-4 towards the end of this match. The Governors will send it back into Arrow territory. Controlling it on the near sideline, a slide tackle there, and the Arrows get it right back as Connor Schlacht was the one to take it away. Gets it to Endres, my apologies there, and it's sent into Governor territory. Ball bouncing around, nice move there by Caden Morris as he controls the ball, sends it towards the sideline, looking for a guard, but that one taken away by the Arrows. A battle at midfield. And the Arrows Indris controls it, finally taken away by the Govs, and a whistle there. Looks like it's going to be a push on the Arrows. So the Govs catch a break here. Looks like Northrop is going to take the kick just inside the midfield stripe in Governor territory. All of his, the majority of his teammates make their way down towards the Arrow goal. A big, long boot there, and it's a one-hopper up, and it's the crossbar. Wow, Muller thought he was going to grab it, bounced over him, but hit the crossbar, and a goal kick coming up as Caleb Morris checks back in for the Govs. Agard headed towards the bench to take a breather. That was a close one. Northrop almost cashed in on that deep, long leading pass. And kicking it ahead are the Arrows now that they're ready to go. Up ahead to Wallenmeyer. Works his way towards midfield. A little too far for Endres. I keep messing his name up, but he ends up getting it back, and the Governors turn it away into Arrow territory, who turn it right back into the Govs end of the field. Ball just kind of bouncing around, nobody really getting anything set up and working towards the goal. It's just kind of back and forth in the middle of the field on each end of the midfield stripe. And here come the Arrows. Up ahead, a leading pass up to Riley Fisher. Riley with the ball, 2 Govs on him, including Allegre, looks for some help, gets it, and gets the ball back. He'll work up the sideline, makes a nice move past Ahart's, not quite around him, but Ahart's right there, battling and standing strong, and Riley will send it towards goal. Fable, no problem, just hauls it out of the air, and he's going to let things clear out in his end of the field. Just under 7 minutes left to play in the match. The Govs with a 1-goal lead over the Watertown Arrows, 5-4. The Arrows send it over the sideline. It's going to be a Govs throw-in. Checking in for the Govs, Jacoby LaRoche, so that is a good sign. After going down in quite a heap there, Devin Snyder with a slide tackle as LaRoche was just barreling towards the goal, and he was looking to add his second of the day. Throw in for the Govs. Up ahead, taken away by the Arrows. Battle at midfield. As Caden Morris right in the middle of that. He's taking down a quick whistle against the Arrows. So the Govs will control the ball right near the midfield stripe. It's going to be Northrop who's going to take the kick. Lets his team kind of get set down towards the Arrow goal. He's waving them, saying, hey, a little bit further. I'm going to boot this one, and he does. Right to Lucas Height, but a little too strong off the chest of Height, and the Arrows take it away for the moment. Northrop jumps right on it. He's heading up the sideline and taken out by Riley Fisher of the Arrows, and gets called for that one. So the Govs a little further into Arrow territory, getting a kick, and Weston getting some instructions from the sidelines. He will boot it towards the top of the box. Right to Ahart's. Ahart's wide open, takes a shot as the Arrows close in, misses, but a follow-up and a goal for the Governors makes it 6-4. As it was Caleb Morris streaking in, getting the rebound and tucking it past Owen Muller. Caleb's second goal of the game gives the Govs a 6-4 lead. Back up to a 2-goal cushion, and the ball being chased down and out of bounds off of the Governors over their own end line off the kickoff, and it's going to be another corner kick for the Arrows, their 12th of the match, and that one sent past the goal mouth and bouncing around. The Govs defense staying strong, and here comes Northrop with it, racing ahead, overran the ball, and then he dumps it off to Caleb Morris on the far sideline. Caleb drops it back, gets it to his brother Caden, and they will send it ahead, but a little too far. as Griffin Keever tracks it down, but can't handle it along the sideline, so it's going to be a Govs throw-in on the far sideline.
Can I go in or wait?
Welcome back to the PILC Soccer Complex. The Govs getting ready to toss it in. They lead 6-4 on Caleb Morris's second goal of the game. Another throw-in as the Arrows knocked it out of bounds. Looking for Lucas Hyde on the throw-in. He gets a chest on it, sends it ahead, and the ball just kind of bouncing around. The Govs trying to control it, chasing it down. Not able to catch up is Caden Morris. But again, it's just nobody's really able to control. Allegre finally for the Govs has it. Gets pressured by Stanton from behind. He'll drop it back to Height. He'll pass it back and a dump ahead by the Govs. A. Hartz kicks it towards the sideline. It's going to go out of bounds off the Govs. And the Arrows will take over and have a throw-in deep in their zone. The Govs content to let them toss it in and not put a whole lot of pressure on. They just want to guard that 2-goal lead. And a quick whistle. I don't think everybody was set and ready. The officials say we're gonna do the throw-in again. So the Arrows, this time, that one is good into Von Eve. Passes it off to Sadler. Sadler up ahead towards the midfield stripe. Caden Morris intercepts that one, sends it ahead looking for LaRoche, but Van Eve gets in the way. Has it for the Arrows over to Devin Snyder, who boots it ahead, looking for Stanton, but the Govs, for the moment, knock it away. The Arrows have it right back just inside the midfield stripe on the pier end of the field. The Arrows trying hard to get something going. The Govs just content to play defense right now. Under 4 minutes to go. As they lead 6-4, they just want to get that second victory under their belt. It's been a good one on offense. The lone goal this half for the Governors. They are battling here on the near sideline. That one's going to be knocked away. As Height was looking for Allegre, but it went a little too far and out of bounds. Saying, though, that there was a whistle in there between, so it's still going to stay with the Governors. Must be a little push there that we missed. So the Govs control the ball. Big booming kick over the midfield stripe up to LaRoche off his foot, but turned around by the Arrows back in midfield. The Govs trying to settle it down. It's being booted and headed around back and forth over the midfield stripe. Finally, the Arrows send it ahead looking for Stanton, too far, and out of the goal comes Fable. He'll just dive on it, settle that down, and try to kill some time. I don't think he probably slid the best. He came up a little funky there, but he boots it away over the midfield stripe looking for Ahart's, a little too far, and knocked away and out of bounds off the foot of Jacob Sadler for the Arrows. So it is going to be a Govs throw-in in Watertown territory. Roche is going to take the throw-in. Waiting to clear a water bottle they got out on the field, and some substitutions taken care of. LaRoche throws it down to Ahart's along the sideline. Battle there, up in the air. The Arrows are going to try and settle it. Stanton can't do that, but it does find its way back to him off of the foot of George. The Arrows send it towards the goal. Mettinger with it, works his way to the right. Stanton out on the near sideline in the corner. Knocked away, though, by the Govs defense. Great play there, but right back to the foot of Stanton. Taken away by Odekov, and he'll just boot it towards the Watertown bench. Send it a little further back for the throw-in. And that is it. So the Pierre Governors hang on, and they come back after falling behind early, battling their way back to a 6-4 victory here at the PILC Soccer Complex. A win number 2 is in the books. We'll be back with the Family Dental of Pierre and Gettysburg post-game show. We'll also talk about the big play of the game and the Cowboy Country Store's player of the game. We'll do that in 2 minutes here on River 92.7. In our region, Tony and Derek pay cash all year long for antlers and horns. Deer, elk, moose, and sheep can be cash in your pocket. They'll come to you, too. Find them on Dakota Antlers LLC or online at dakotaantlers.com. You can also give them a call to set up an appointment. Call Derek at 605-360-3749 or Tony at 605-730-0108. Dakota Antler, a proud supporter of all local athletics and activities.
That moment when you realize your furnace is stone cold busted. We're talking a real put on every sweater you own, I can't feel my feet, penguin predicament. But fear not, there's an expert for that.
Let your local heating experts at Pites Service Experts keep you warm with $50 off any furnace repair.
Like it toasty? There's an expert for that.
Call Pites Service Experts at 866-EXPERTS. See website for license details.
Acres Ahead is back with AgTegra Cooperative. Now is the time to secure product, lock in early season prices, and receive delayed payment terms on your agronomy inputs. Fertilizer, seed, and crop protection purchases from Acres Ahead also qualify for triple play grain premiums, diesel discounts, and feed discounts. Contact your local AgTegra agronomist to learn more on how Acres Ahead can maximize your farm's earning potential straight from the start. AgTegra Cooperative. Strong, stable, dependable.
The best Western Ramkota Hotel in Rapid City supports all South Dakota student athletes and their families. They are conveniently located off Interstate 90, close to downtown and minutes from the beautiful Black Hills. The Ramkota offers sports and family-friendly rates. Guests can relax for free in the indoor water park. They have 36,000 square feet of banquet and meeting space, and the award-winning Minerva's Restaurant and Bar is located on site. Best Western Ramkota welcomes everyone to beautiful Rapid City, South Dakota.
Oh, why am I so sore? There are everyday moments.
ILC Soccer Complex as we continue with the Family Dental of Pierre and Gettysburg post-game show. The Governors come away with a 6-4 victory, improved to 2-1-1 on the season with this win over Watertown, while the Arrows fall to 3-3 on the season. We've got some orders of the game to take care of. We'll be naming our big play of the game by Hermans and Endodontics, and of course the player of the game. Stick around after this one. Of course, we have got the girls varsity matchup between the Govs and the Arrows as well. Right now, let's start off with the big play of the game brought to you by Hermans and Endodontics. And our big play of the game brought to you by Hermanson Endodontics. I have to go with Steve Blanchett's penalty kick. They were trailing 2-1 at that point. He got hauled down right in front of the Watertown goal, had the opportunity for a penalty kick, and just shook down Owen Muller with that kick. It went the opposite way of Muller and tucked it in, made it 2-2, and that really gave the Pierre Governors some momentum to get the lead on the third goal, and then just kind of continue to add to it through the game. So great job by Stephen Blanchett on that penalty kick. That is our Hermanson Endodontics big play of the game. Still ahead, of course, we've got our Cowboy Country Store's player of the game. You may have an inkling of who that is going to be. We'll take a 3-minute break and then find out who the player of the game is here on River 92.7.
We can totally do this ourselves.
That hurt. And there are epic moments.
This'll be epic!
Yeah, that was awesome. When a moment creates a health need, visit the experts at Avera Orthopedics. Hi, Doc. My knee. We'll help you move forward so you can tell the story.
We all want to be happy, but sometimes that doesn't feel possible. But if you have hope, you have everything. Rising Hope Counseling provides high-quality mental health services with locations across South Dakota. Additionally, by providing telehealth, we ensure South Dakota's rural residents have access to high-quality mental health services. Our team lives and works in your communities, and we understand the unique challenges we face. Schedule an appointment by phone or online today. Rising Hope Counseling, offering hope, healing, and change.
In today's ever-changing housing market, you need a proactive mortgage lender who can guide you through every turn of the process, from your loan application all the way to closing. Jessica Jockett with First National Bank in Pierre is dedicated to providing that level of service to her customers and making your home purchasing dreams a reality. Call Jessica today at 605-201-5254 or visit firstnationalbanks.com to learn more. First National Bank, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
Now's your chance for a great deal on smoking fast fiber internet from Venture Communications. Upgrade to the speed you need, up to 1 gig. And with whole home Wi-Fi included as part of your service, experience no-lag gaming, your favorite music, web surfing, HD video streaming, and connect to the latest smart devices. If you're ready for an upgrade, call or visit Venture Communications online.
At Northern State University, your future starts with an affordable education that's personalized for you. Experience hands-on learning guided by world-class supportive faculty.
Here in Gettysburg Postgame show by naming our Cowboy Country Store's player of the game, and lots of choices as we had plenty of goal scorers. Allegre, LaRoche scored a goal, A. Hartz, and as I mentioned, Stephen Blanchette. But Caleb Morris, he scored a pair of goals to lead the Govs. He is our Cowboy Country Store player of the game. He will get a t-shirt headed his way from Cowboy Country Store and us here at DRG Media Group Sports. Wrapping things up for the boys game inside the Hughes County Jail broadcast booth. Final on the Gales Gas Service scoreboard. The Pierre Governors walk away with a 6-4 victory on the boys match here at the PILC Soccer Complex. Stick around, the girls are coming up next. Thank you for joining us for this matchup here on River 92.7. We'll be back in just a few and start talking about the girls match.